A 72-year-old patient once sat across from me in my office, his hands resting on his knees, his eyes fixed on the floor. And he said something I'll never forget. "Dr. Narita, I've been doing it the same way for 50 years, my whole adult life. But lately, something feels wrong. I don't feel like myself anymore. I don't feel like I used to." He wasn't sick. He wasn't on new medication. His labs were normal. His heart was strong. But what was quietly harming his health, his heart, his prostate, even his ability to feel pleasure and connection, was the way he was masturbating. Not the act itself, not the frequency, but how he was doing it. And like so many older men, he had no idea it was slowly damaging his body, his confidence, and his sense of vitality. I'm Dr. Narita, a urologist with over 12 years of experience helping men over 60 maintain strength, circulation, and confidence without shame, without pills, and without confusion. You've been told masturbation is healthy, and it absolutely can be when done right. But after 60, certain private habits can quietly become harmful without a single warning sign. They can erode your sensitivity, drain your energy, and undermine the very systems that keep you feeling like a vital, powerful man. In this video, I'm going to reveal the 7 masturbation mistakes older men make, and more importantly, how to fix them before they affect your energy, your performance, or your long-term health. And trust me, mistake number 6 is the one almost every man gets wrong, and it could be the very thing holding you back from feeling alive again. Let's get started. Before we dive in, take a second to subscribe and turn on the bell. I share real medical insights for men over 60 every single week. And in the comments, tell me, where are you watching from today? I always love seeing our community from around the world, knowing that men everywhere are finally having these honest conversations. Now, let's start with the first mistake, one that silently reshapes how your brain and body experience pleasure, often without you even realizing it's happening. Mistake number 1. Using porn as the primary stimulus. Over the years, I've had countless men in their late 60s and 70s come to me with the same quiet confession. "Doc, I can't feel much anymore. The sensation is dull, the excitement is gone, and I don't know why." They're not broken, they're overstimulated. You see, after 60, your brain's dopamine system, the system responsible for pleasure, motivation, and satisfaction, becomes less flexible. It doesn't bounce back as quickly as it used to. When you rely on constant, high-intensity adult content, your brain gets flooded with stimulation it was never designed to handle. Clip after clip, novelty after novelty, your brain adapts by numbing itself. It's a protective mechanism. So even if your body is healthy, even if your circulation is strong, your brain stops responding the way it used to. Real touch starts to feel dull. Intimacy feels distant. Pleasure becomes mechanical and disconnected. And what's worse, most men think it's just getting older. It's not. It's dopamine fatigue, your brain's way of saying, "I can't keep up with this level of artificial excitement." If you've noticed that your sensitivity or interest has faded, if you feel like you're going through the motions without truly feeling, this may be why. The fix is simple, but requires discipline. Reset your brain. Take a 14-day break from visual stimulation. Let your dopamine receptors recover. Relearn pleasure through touch, through breath, through presence. Let your body remember what natural arousal feels like, not the endless scroll of dopamine overload. And speaking of habits that seem harmless but aren't, the next mistake is about where many older men do it, and it's a place you'd never suspect. Mistake number 2, masturbating while sitting on the toilet. I know, it sounds harmless, even convenient. For many older men, the bathroom becomes their most private space. The door locks, there are no interruptions. It feels safe and familiar. But here's the hidden danger. That position, hunched forward, sitting for long periods, restricts blood flow to your pelvic region. And after 60, circulation is everything. Blood flow supports your prostate, your erection strength, your bladder function, and even your hormonal balance. But when you compress those arteries and nerves, especially while stimulating yourself, you quietly damage the very systems that keep you healthy. I've seen it in my clinic again and again. Men who develop groin aches, aches, weak flow, dribbling after urination, or chronic pelvic tension, and never realize it started from sitting too long in that posture. Your pelvic region needs space and movement to stay healthy. It needs room for blood to flow freely. So next time, avoid sitting or hunching over. Try standing, reclining, or even lying down. Give your body room to breathe. Your prostate will thank you for it. And if that one surprised you, the next mistake is even more common. And it's not about position, it's about pace. Mistake number 3, rushing the experience. One of the most harmful habits I see, especially in older men, is treating self-pleasure like a chore, something to check off the list. Let's just get it over with. I hear it all the time. But when you rush, you send your nervous system the wrong message. Your heart rate spikes too quickly. Blood vessels constrict. Your body doesn't enter the calm, oxytocin-rich state that releases healing hormones and boosts mood. You may climax, but your body doesn't receive the true benefit of release. Instead of feeling satisfied, you feel drained. Instead of energized, you feel empty and disconnected. And over time, that pattern rewires your brain. Pleasure becomes shallow and mechanical. You lose sensitivity, stamina, and genuine interest. The fix is to slow down. Let each moment be intentional. Your nervous system now thrives on calm stimulation, not fast tension. There's no finish line anymore, only connection. And speaking of connection, the next mistake involves a part of your body that most men completely overlook, yet it's responsible for everything from control to confidence. Mistake number 4, ignoring the pelvic floor. Most men have never heard of their pelvic floor, but it's one of the most crucial muscle groups in your entire body, especially as you age. It sits beneath your bladder, your prostate, and your sexual organs. It controls everything from erection strength to bladder control to the intensity of your orgasm. When it weakens, everything above it suffers. I once treated a 68-year-old man, a retired firefighter who had spent his life being physically strong. He exercised daily and ate well, but he couldn't understand why his sexual function was fading. He was frustrated and embarrassed. The culprit was a weak pelvic floor. Years of sitting, stress, and disconnection from that area had caused his foundation to deteriorate. And when you masturbate without engaging those muscles, or worse, by pushing down or holding tension, you weaken them even further. That's why some men experience post-urination dribbling, weaker erections, or reduced sensation. The solution is pelvic floor activation. Try this. During arousal, gently contract the same muscles you'd use to stop urinating midstream. Hold for a few seconds, then release. This builds awareness, tone, and circulation. With consistency, it can restore both control and confidence. And that brings us to a question many men quietly wonder about. How often is too often, or not enough? Mistake number 5, getting frequency wrong. Too high or too low? This topic makes many men uncomfortable. Some worry they're doing it too often. Others feel they've gone too long without. Here's the truth. Both extremes can harm your balance. Too frequent and your prostate can become irritated. Your energy dips, your recovery slows. Pleasure becomes routine instead of renewal. Too infrequent and you risk stagnation, poor blood flow, nerve dullness, even atrophy from disuse. The body was designed for rhythm, not extremes. In my experience, for most men over 60, 1 to 2 times per week is the sweet spot, done with awareness and intention. That rhythm maintains hormonal balance, keeps blood flowing, and prevents both stagnation and fatigue. This isn't about rigid rules, it's about listening to your body. Because at this age, your body speaks quietly, and your job is to hear it. But even if your frequency is perfect, one mistake can still silently undo everything. And that's the next one, the one most men never suspect. Mistake number 6, using too much pressure or force. This is one of the most damaging yet overlooked habits among older men. When sensitivity decreases with age, the natural response is to press harder, grip tighter, or use rougher surfaces. But that instinct backfires catastrophically. The nerves in the penis are extremely delicate. Years of excess pressure can lead to micro tears, scar tissue, reduced elasticity, and even curvature, a condition called Peyronie's disease. I've seen men who